Hi, it's Gwyneth here on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, helping you to feel good about being you so that you go for that fantastic job, so that you market yourself with confidence, so that you learn how to actually talk about and describe your achievements, feeling comfortable without all the, oh, I hate this talking about myself stuff. Now, this week has been a bit of an up and down. With the weather, we had snow and then sunshine and then a bit more snow and then a bit more sunshine. But it's a stark reminder that we are moving towards the end of the year. And as I mentioned last week, there is a definite increase in the number of people who are starting to get a little bit stressed out about what they still need to achieve and what next year, what next decade is going to bring them. I'm quite excited actually. I don't think too much about age. I think about moving forward, new learning, new opportunities, and just pushing those boundaries even further to make life even more amazing. And this week, one of the things I did was to hold a masterclass for international organizations to talk about or to teach people how to say no. Because with dwindling resources, with increasing workloads, it's not just international organisations, it's companies and businesses all across the world facing the same challenges. And human beings, even though we try and be efficient, lean machines and all that stuff, human beings just can't. You're out of flesh and blood, and at some point you start to suffer. So if you wanted to say no to somebody, what are you going to do? Well, the first thing is just saying no to someone can be a little bit abrupt. And if you still have to work with those people, just saying no, go away, I don't want to do it, probably not a great idea. There are a couple of things you can do though. You can justify why you can't help somebody. And the word because is very, very powerful. You can say to them, thank you for thinking of me. I'd love to help you out. I have this deadline because this work needs to be finished by Friday. Great, okay? End of conversation. Another way is to say, thank you, I'd love to help you. I'm committed to the job. I'm committed to the team, to the project, whatever it is you're committed to. Got a lot of work on right now. Could we sit down and discuss what the priorities are? Just reaffirm the priorities. Frequently, when the person giving you that work comes to you, they haven't even thought about what you've already got on your desk. Frequently, someone will just come to you because maybe you've got the necessary expertise, maybe they're used to you just doing that particular type of work very, very quickly, and they haven't thought about the rest of your workload. Another thing you can do is to say to them, I'd love to help you, and I'm doing this at the moment. Could somebody else help you? Could you go and talk to so-and-so? And again, get them to think about who else might be able to help. There are a lot of ways that you can say no without actually saying no. But trying anything new is always going to cause discomfort because you've probably been saying yes since you were a 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old. When we're children, we want to be loved, we want to be looked after, we act on our emotions. And so we tend to adapt our behaviour so that people will like us, so that our parents will love us, so that teachers will like us, so that we have friends at school and all the rest of it. And that type of behaviour we then take into adulthood, and at some point you just don't know how to say no anymore. So I'm asking you to do a little bit of rewiring, do a little bit of doing things differently, which, as I said, I know can cause considerable discomfort if you've been saying yes for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Now, because this is such a big topic and because I am seeing more and more people getting pretty stressed out about moving towards the end of the year and moving into a new decade, and there's just this self-imposed stuff, what am I going to do? I've decided to do something. Well, I've never done this actually. I've done workshops on this, but I've never actually done a masterclass on this. And that is to do a 60-minute version of my masterclass called Working Under Pressure, Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace. And basically it helps you to understand how to begin to manage your emotions first and foremost. And then when you can do that, you can move on to the next steps and start managing your relationships with others. But first and foremost, you have to look after yourself. Every time you think to yourself, oh no, I wanted to leave at 5 o'clock and I've got all this work. Every time you think things like that, or the photocopy is empty, or there's no coffee left, one of the chemicals that your body produces is cortisol, and cortisol is has a direct relation with stress. And if you're feeling that on a regular basis, stress is a silent killer. Eventually, it will make you ill. There is a huge amount of research, there is a huge amount of evidence that shows us that stress in many, many serious illnesses is the first symptom of your body saying enough. And when you don't listen to your body, you get ill. It can be fatal if you don't look after your stress levels, if you don't manage your emotions properly. So I would love you to come and join me on the 29th of November for 60 minutes at lunchtime, where we're going to be talking about emotional intelligence in the workplace, working under pressure, self-awareness, self-management. How can you feel better so that when we do hit the 31st of December into the new decade, into 2020, you actually feel confident, you feel calm to the extent possible, but so that you actually feel good about yourself. And on that note, I wish you a fabulous Feel Good Friday, an amazing weekend, loads of love, and bye for now.